So, I just got back from watching the new Liam Neeson movie. It's his most recent movie called Blacklight. It is currently February 11th, 2022, and I just got back from the theater. I have wrote my script, and I want to talk about it. Blacklight is a 2022 film that follows Liam Neeson's character, Travis Block, as he learns about a secret organization, a secret project, essentially, inside the FBI that comes from the top of the FBI, who is played by Aidan Quinn, that is called Project Unity, which kills innocent civilians. That's the basic premise. It's directed by Mark Williams, who has previously done The Honest Thief, The Accountant, and has done work on Netflix's Ozark. It was written by Nick May, Brandon Rivas, and Mark Williams, who I already mentioned before. The first two, fun fact, this is actually their first time writing for a movie, and no offense, guys, kind of shows the writing in this movie, especially if the dialogue is a little weak. I don't know. So, non-spoiler shit. I did not enjoy this movie. I would not recommend that you go and watch it, but if you do want to watch it, I would wait till it's out of theaters and maybe like on a streaming service, or if you want to use a website. I do not necessarily I do not condone pirating, but if you want to go on a streaming service or wait till it's on DVD, I would recommend not seeing it in theaters. The film is super predictable, and the big twist and big reveal is literally given away in the trailer. Like, they fucking say it in the trailer. I'll play the clip right here.
The United States government is killing innocent civilians under the guise of protecting democracy.
Whose orders?
The director of the FBI.
The dialogue's kind of clunky, the performances are fine and completely mediocre. Liam Neeson's good in it, and it's easily my least favorite Liam Neeson movie, though. The action is just generic and boring and super predictable and uncreative. It's just a bunch of boring gunfights and car chases. It's slow as hell and quite boring. I found myself checking my watch to be like, ugh, when is this movie over? It's just like they're trying to capitalize on a movie series that slowly got worse and worse, that had its best movie 13 fucking years ago. Same with like all these Liam Neeson action movies. I'll put a bunch of them on screen right now. But like, I don't know, it had its best movie. It had a super inventive idea, and I love that movie so much. But why try and repeat it over and over? The posters are essentially the same too. He's just standing there, most of the time alone, not always though, dressed in very dark clothing, usually black like I'm wearing, maybe turned to the side sometimes, holding like maybe a gun or something. Ooh, scary. They're all kind of the same posters, and they're all just kind of super predictable carbon copies of each other. And I love Taken, though. I love Liam Neeson as an actor. His performance in Taken is one of the reasons I love those movies so much. Those Taken movies are some of my favorite movies. I will do a review for them at some point. But you don't need a bunch of other Liam Neeson action movies. This movie, though, tries way too hard to be like Taken, especially with like the family aspects of him, of the guy taking his family and him just going on a rampage. Like, okay, cool, it just tries way too hard to be like it, and in my opinion, missed the fucking mark. Also, this movie kind of sucked on the promotional team. I went opening day or opening night or whatever, and there were like 9 other people in the theater with me. It was a very clear theater. Granted, this is more of like an indie movie, but like still, I mean, also granted, my country's just handling COVID so fucking well. Oh my god. But that might factor into it, but still, the theater was, like, decently empty. Alrighty, last thing before I get into my spoiler notes. This is such a nitpick on my part. I'll admit it's a nitpick. But there is a lot of just blatant product promotion in this movie. Normally, I have no problem with product promotion whatsoever. And if you don't know what product promotion is, it's when they'll have a logo on screen, or they'll mention the logo of a company. Like, you'll see it maybe next time you're watching a sitcom, and someone's holding like maybe a Sprite, the logo will be almost always constantly turned towards the camera. Like, I remember watching Netflix's Mr. Iglesias and then seeing someone just constantly turn a ginger ale can to the screen. Yeah, normally I have no problem with it, but in this movie it's a lot of it, and it kind of like screws up the intensity of it for me. It's like I'm trying to focus on the scene, but I just see a guy put a Starbucks bag like facing the fucking camera, or when someone is just like, there's kind of a tense scene going on, you like, oh shit, what's gonna happen? Is this movie actually gonna be thrilling for fucking once? No, no, it's just a friend. I have Domino's. I have Domino's with me. Hi. I'm like, I don't fucking care. It just, also, another huge problem with this movie, it lacks a lot of its tension because of its predictability aspects. And you know where it's going the second you watch the trailer. You know how it's gonna start, you know how it's gonna start, you know how it's gonna end. It lacks a lot of tension, sorry, and it also has a lot of product promotion. Alright, spoiler time. I got 3 things I want to talk about, okay? Okay. If you don't want spoilers for this movie, have a good day. I bid you farewell. I would not recommend seeing this in theaters. That's my closing message to you. Have a good day, and cheers. First things first for spoilers. The random glitches every now and then of like, blah, 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 and like the random jump cuts was like, okay, that's kind of annoying and kind of fucky, but okay. And I think they tried to tie it into his OCD, but the fact that I'm not 100% sure about it means it kind of missed the mark, in my opinion. Second thing second, there was a line that kind of fell flat for me. It was from, I forget her name, I'll put her name on screen, but she plays Alice in The Umbrella Academy, and she's alright in this. But it was, wow, using your family against you is really effing wrong. I have 2 things I want to say about that line. First one, we know it's wrong. We know that's not a good thing. You don't need to tell us, and that's another huge problem with the movie, especially with the dialogue. It's very clunky, and it just spouts out shit we already know. Like, okay. And also, second problem, in my opinion, if don't say effing, just either say fucking or remove effing. Why? Alright, last and least important, another nitpick of mine. After the climax, when he's going to see his daughter and his granddaughter, after they are put into witness protection program, the scene where they all meet is like kind of fast-paced, in my opinion. It's like dialogue, 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 dialogue. And I don't know, that was just kind of fast-paced for me. Alright, that's all I have to say about this movie. Take it away, voiceover me. Thank you, non-voiceover me, for that interesting segment. If it's not made clear, I did not enjoy this movie. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. I'd give it a solid 6 out of 10 if you are looking for those ratings. I wouldn't watch it again, and I wouldn't recommend it to anyone. I found it very boring and slow and just not interesting, and another one of those just Taken attempts to capitalize on Taken. Well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it. If you want to follow my stuff, you can. They're all linked down below. If you want to do the normal YouTube stuff, you can, and I really appreciate it. Alright, have a good day, and bye-bye.